This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, and verse 28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions, and also upon the servants and upon the handmaids. In those days will I pour out my spirit, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood, fire, and pillar of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and the terrible day of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh shall come. Giving all praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Harakah Kwadash, and giving double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, and to the sincere brothers that is pushing out the gospel throughout the four corners of the world. Peace and blessings and infinite salutation be to the elect, the house of David, the true believers that the Lord is raising up in these last days, which is made up of you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and scattered Israelites amongst the other nation that look like the other nation. But according to your pedigree, you go back to the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, as we are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. Shalom. And peace be to the sincere sisters that believe in this gospel and that's taking heed to the words of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, and that believe in the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. Shalom. Now, in this lesson, I just want to share with you a vision that I had concerning the nuclear Holocaust. All right. Now, this vision that I had was probably about 2 days ago, and it was just something that I just been meditating on it, and it's all biblical. It's all prophetic. All right. And we know that in these last days that the Lord was going to pour out his spirit upon all flesh. All right. And you're going to have certain individuals that's going to have dreams about the end times. All right. Certain prophecies and certain events that's going to occur, that's going to happen, and that's coming as we speak. All right. It's coming very soon, man. These type of events, they're very terrible, you see, but at the end of the day, it's going to happen, okay, because it's all prophetic, you see, when it comes down to it, all right, and in the end of the day, whatever the words of the Lord is going to come, it's going to come, all right, and it's going to do exactly what the words of the Lord has said, you see. Let me see if I can get that in the book of Habakkuk real quick. In the book of Habakkuk chapter 2. All right. Let me see if I can get it out. This is the book of Habakkuk. This is the book of Habakkuk chapter 2. And straight to the point. And it says, verse 2, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that it may run, that he may run that readeth. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. All right. And we know that the visions is going into the events that's going to occur in these last days, okay, especially these big time historical, because it's going to go on record, man. All right, the times that we're coming into is going to be the most biggest historical events that the world and all people are going to go through, are going to experience. You see, you might think that certain events that happened in the past were very big, all right, and very very hard to believe in some cases, right? But in the times that we're coming into, these type of events that the Bible speaks of, and that the man of the Lord is bringing out, all right, it's going to be one of the biggest on record, okay? Especially the nuclear holocaust that the Lord spoke of, all right, and that the man of the Lord has been speaking about. You see, throughout time, you see these type of events. You had the men of the Lord like Habakkuk, Joel, all right, John the Baptist, forgive me. Yeah, John the Baptist as well too. But John the Revelator, man, they always spoke about these type of events. All right, especially our Lord Yahushua. He warned us about these type of events that they are coming. And they're coming very soon. You see? And so once again, the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 2. And it says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth. All right. And we making it, trying to make it as simple as possible so the people can understand. All right. So people can understand what's going on and what's coming. You see, just like how the prophets back in the ancient time when they wrote these visions. All right. These type of visions, they saw it in dreams. All right. They saw it in different ways that the Lord made them to see it. All right. But they saw these type of visions. All right. You see, and they wrote it down. Okay. So in these last days, we can read it and break it down and understand what these visions mean. Okay. So for the true believers out there, can take heed to it, man. All right. So it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. All right. So all these visions were created for an appointed time, and that time is coming. And we're in the time that these things is not too hard to understand them. They're not too hard to understand them because now it's happening one after another and after another. All right. You see, it's starting to see very clear. Now it's like it's no more try to break it down for you because now you are seeing it. You see, you're seeing that it's coming. Okay. So it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And that's talking about all the visions, man. All the visions of the Lord. Okay, they're not tarrying. They're right at the door. All right, they're very close. Especially this vision that I'm going to break down for you. Just a quick vision that I had, or a quick dream that I had. All right, concerning the nuclear holocaust. All right, and this is the reason why I opened up with the book of Joel chapter 2. And I'm going to read that again. Okay, so it says, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. And you had different people out here, and children as well too. All right, people, they just come out of nowhere and they speak upon certain events, certain current, certain events. All right, future events. You see that sometimes it brings fear upon them. All right, sometimes it's like they don't want to believe it because it's not something that they ever experienced or that they ever seen before or that they ever knew about. All right, but they have these certain visions. You see, and they know that it is real. For some reason, they understand that these things is going to happen. It is too hard not to see it. Okay, because sometimes they even feel it within their spirit that it's going to happen. That has to be real. You see, and I'm I know I had a lot of dreams. You see, not I had a few dreams that I knew, oh yeah, this is prophetic. This is a very prophetic dream. Okay. And all right, going back to Joel chapter 2, verse 29 and verse 29, and it says, and also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days where I pour out my spirit, which is the spirit of the Lord, which is the spirit of prophecy. All right. The testimony of Yahushua, which is the testimony of prophecy. You see? And it says, and I will show wonders in the heavens and in the earth, blood and fire and pillar of smoke. And the sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua come. And we have different events where the moon, all right, turn to red, into blood, right? And the sun turned to what? To darkness. You see, we had a lot of those different events, right, within the last 10 years. Okay. And this is how we know that we are in the last days. Well, you might say, well, these type of events had already been happening, but it's not happening how it is now. All right. Because as according to the scriptures, when you go into the book of Matthew 24, it says that the Lord is he's going to shorten the days. All right. In the book of Matthew 24, it says that the Lord, for the elect's sake, all right, for the elect's sake, he's going to shorten the days. You see? And this is the reason why people are starting to believe the Bible even more, or believe these prophecies even more, because these things is happening one after another and after another. All right, it's starting to seem more real. All right, and more clear. Now, going into the vision that I had, or to the dream that I had, right? As you will see, I have a image, okay, of a mushroom cloud. All right, you see, and as you can see, you have two mushroom clouds, and you have more missiles coming down. All right, and this is, I had to pick this picture, and I knew I had to use it because it looked, this is very close to what I seen in my dream. Now, in the dream that I was in the house. And you know how dreams are very sometimes very hard to be understood. Sometimes they very, off the wall. But in this dream, it was just very clear, like, oh yeah, this has to be a prophetic dream. In the dream I was in a house, and I was in I was just I believe I was watching TV, all right, but outside the house it was all chaotic, okay, very chaotic, right? But it seems like I was careless. You see, I was careless. Now, in this dream, because this dream was very quick. It was like a big I heard a big boom, all right, a big boom outside, and then I rushed out the door just to see what it was. And when I went outside, all right, I seen a mushroom cloud, you see, and I knew for sure, like, oh man, this is it. This is what I've been waiting for. Or this is what we have been waiting for. All right. Now within the dream, I renewed, I was in the truth. All right. I renewed that, oh yeah, this is the end. All right. So when I went outside, I looked out the door and I seen a mushroom cloud, and I seen how that it made everything shake. And because of fear, I went back into the house. And I ran through the house, and it took me to the other end of the house, and there was a door, and I got out, right? Just because I thought that I need to get away from this mushroom cloud, because when a mushroom cloud or when the missile hits, all right, it destroys what it hit, and it's going to destroy certain things that's far from distance, you see, because I believe, I don't know too much of it, all right, but, because of, it burns the elements even within miles, right? So I knew for sure I need to get as far as possible as I can. So, I rushed back into the house, through the house, and I went into the next door, the end of the, I went into the end of the house, it was a door. Then I got out. All right, I got out. And then when I got out, I still seen the mushroom cloud. And I'm like, man, hopefully I'm far away from it. Right. And when I was outside, it was dark. Just like how you see in this image. It was dark. And something, I looked up. And as soon as I looked up, I seen more missiles. All right. More lights or more stars, but I knew that they were missiles and they were coming. And you see, they were just coming. All right. And I knew for sure, like, man, there's nowhere to run. I can't run nowhere. I don't know where to go. What can I do? Ain't no way you can't escape this. All right. But as soon as I started to realize that, and once again, like I said, I already knew that this is it. I knew that, yeah, this is what I've been, been learning. This is what I've been taught my whole time since I've been in this truth. I knew that this was the end. All right. I seen that mushroom cloud, and then I looked up. The sky was dark, pitch black. I mean, you can actually feel the darkness. All right. You can actually feel it within your spirit, how dark it was, how it was a very heavy darkness. And then when I looked up, man, I see them lights. All right. I seen those lights, and I knew, oh yeah, those was missiles, man. And, you can't run away. You cannot run away from that. I knew for sure I can't go nowhere. And as soon as I started to realize that, I woke up. All right. I woke up as soon as I realized that, yeah, this is it. But now, like I said, there's, I believe this is all prophetic, man. I think this is the spirit. You see, and I knew I wanted to share it with you, man. For brothers and sisters out there that believe in this gospel, man. You see? All right. And having this dream, when I had this dream, I woke up and I'm like, man, I think this is prophetic, man. Because I woke up right after that. When I realized I knew what it was, I woke up as soon as possible after that. And and what it made me think of when I woke up, it made me think of the book of Joel, chapter 2. All right. Now, this is the book of Joel, which I have right now. All right. The book of Joel, chapter 2, starting at the top, and it says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion. Now, blowing the trumpet in Zion, all right, is speaking to our people. You see, speaking to our people and breaking down the scriptures to our people, man, warning our people, right? So now it says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain, which is the nation of Israel, all right? You blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is an alarm, all right? We are alarming you. We're warning you that this is real. This is going to happen. This is coming, okay? This is the most biggest event in history that we're coming into. And it says, blow ye the trumpet in Zion, sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua cometh. For it is night at hand. And we know that it is night at hand because of all the current events that's happening. All these events that's happening that we're seeing, all right, is letting us know that we're coming very close to the very end. Verse 2, Joel chapter 2, verse 2. And it says a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. And that's, and this is the reason why it made me think of this scripture when I had my vision. Because it says a day of thick darkness. And like I said, within this vision, you can feel the darkness, man. You see? And it says, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there has not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. And like I said, this is the reason why this event that's coming, that we're going to experience, it's going to be the biggest event that throughout history. All right. The time that we're coming into is going to be, it's going to be the biggest event in history. All right. This is something that we're going to be speaking of throughout generation. All right. So let me read that again. Joel chapter 2, verse 2. It says, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there has not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. All right, verse 3. A fire devours before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them. All right, and the land is as the garden of Eden. That's talking about here in America. Now, if you look up the word Eden, when you go into the blue letter Bible, and you look up the word Eden, it means pleasure. Okay, in America, even though America, which is Babylon the Great, all right, America, Babylon the Great, this is the land of pleasure. People are having so much pleasure in this land, even though this land is very low in morals. But at the end of the day, this land is known as the land of pleasure. You see? So it says a fire devours before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. You see? You're not going to be able to escape this nuclear holocaust that's coming to America. All right? You're not going to be able to escape these missiles. All right? Now, as I keep on going, all right, the Bible is not going to tell you that missiles is coming. All right? They were not described as missiles in the scriptures. You see? Now, the prophets back in the day, they seen the visions, they seen the missiles, but they didn't know what a missile was. All right, but they understood and they knew what they did. All right, they seen the visions, they seen what these missiles did, and they did their very best to break it down. All right, to make it plain upon tables, so we can understand in these last days. Oh yeah, that's talking about this. Oh yeah. Now, as I keep on going in verse 4, Joel chapter 2, verse 4, and it says the appearance. All right, now this is describing the missiles. It says the appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, as horsemen, so shall they run. All right, so Joel described these missiles as being horses or as horsemen. All right, so shall they run. Now, if you have a picture, and and you have a vision right within your mind, you got to be able to imagine these things, man. All right, and understanding how a horse or a horseman, when they're running, all right, back in the day when they're running for war, all right, they come in heavy, all right, they come in with full speed and everything. Can't nobody stop them. Can't nobody stop a horseman. You see, right? So that's how Joel is describing the missiles, right? Verse 5. Like the noise of chariots on the top of mountains shall they leap. Like the noise of a flame of fire that devours the stubble. As a strong people set in battle, as a strong people set in battle array. Okay, so this is Joel still describing the missiles. It says, before their face the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. All right, that's talking about, that's going to the fact how the people are going to be afraid. All right, you're going to feel the fear within your spirit, man. Pretty much. Okay, you're gonna fear. You're gonna, you're gonna understand true fear. If you ever never have never fear anything, well, you're gonna understand fear in that time. You're gonna feel it within your skin. All right, within your spirit. Okay, so it says, before their face the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness. Okay, and it says, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their rank. So it's still describing the missiles, because these missiles coming like mighty men. All right. Like I said, you got to have a vision. Back in the day, how mighty men used, a mighty man goes through the battlefield, a horseman, right? Is going through the battlefield, and man, he's going in. Can't nobody stop him. You see? And that's how these missiles are going to be. They're going to be like mighty men. It says, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like the men of war. All right, because the reason why is you gotta understand, these are visions. All right, they saw the future. Joel saw the future. All right, the Lord gave Joel the vision of the future. All right, and these days America is known for having a lot of skyscrapers. All right, in almost every big city, you're gonna have a skyscraper. You see, so these missiles were hitting these different type of skyscrapers and different type of buildings. All right, they're hitting them, and there you go, explosion, boom. You see, and that's what these prophets were seeing. All right, and they said, oh man, they're like mighty men. Can't nobody stop these things, right? You see, so that's what that means when it says, they shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. Hitting these different type of skyscrapers in buildings. Right? It says, they shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their rank, because ain't nobody gonna stop them. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, because they have something that's known as a hypersonic missile. All right, they can control these missiles. You see, because we in the time that technology is so advanced, then now you can control a missile. You can direct a missile. You see, if you want to hit that target, you can direct it, and it's going to hit that target. All right. And Joel saw that. And it says verse 8, Joel chapter 2, verse 8, and it says, neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path. And when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. And that's how, like I said, when all these missiles going to be hitting different type of buildings and skyscrapers, man. Okay? Because these other nations, man, they going to send missiles to Babylon the Great. All right? And it ain't going to be just one. It's going to be a whole lot. According to the scriptures, it's going to be 200 million missiles, man. And it makes all the sense. All right? Just like how when you watch the news and you watch you watch the news and what be happening over there in the Middle East, all right, or Western Asia, and you see when all those missiles be hitting the different type of buildings and so on and so forth, that's coming to Babylon the Great. All right? That's coming to Babylon the Great. But a lot of people don't want to believe that. So it says they shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the horses. Forgive me. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the walls like a thief. The earth shall quake. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. And the Lord shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great. For he is strong that executed his word. For the day of the Lord is great and very terrible, and who can abide it? All right, and that's the time that we're coming into. All right. So real quick, let me just finish it out with this. This is the book of Isaiah 34. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, and verse 4. And it says, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. All right. Now, the mushroom cloud, that's what that's talking about. All right. When it says that the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. All right. Because as you can see, it looks like a scroll. All right. When you roll up a scroll, when you look at this image that I have, and it says, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Forgive me. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Adumia and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Now, the land of Adumia is talking about the land of Edom, which is talking about here in America. All right. So, because it says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Adumia, upon the people of my curse to judgment, which is talking about here in America. Because 2/3 of our people, 2/3 of the nation of Israel are going to be judged. This is the last judgment. It says, the sword of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, and with the fat of kidneys of rams. For the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua has a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Adumia. All right, which is talking about here in America, because this is going to be the last judgment. This is going to be the last sacrifice. All right, this nuclear Holocaust is going to be the last sacrifice of the Lord. You see, and that's pretty much it. All right, and that was the book of Isaiah 34 verse 4 through verse 6, man. Okay, but with that, I'm just going to end it with that, Lord willing. I hope that this lesson was edifying as well as uplifting. And as always, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Harakah Kwadash. Shalom.